Excellent.
Hey, wow, who's going to Athens, Greece? Me too.
Yeah, super pumped about the destination.
Yes.
Been kind of holding that a secret for a while. Greece has definitely been on my bucket list forever, so I am like double over the top on being able to go to Greece with Jeunesse.
Yes, very thrilled about that news. Can't wait to see all the promo videos and everything that's here to come. Just out of curiosity, I would love to know who earned some variation of travel points to get here, whether it was an expo ticket, hotel meals, part of your airfare. Raise your hand, please.
Keep your hands up if you got points
hands up for
to
a
come
moment.
to Expo so we can
That's
see.
That's amazing. You guys, look around.
Awesome.
That's a lot of people. I will tell you a little story. Mark and I got started here a little over a year ago, and we didn't really know about the travel system. We just came here and we just started running. And it came about time that we were thinking, okay, we're going to start plotting out our calendar, and we need to put some dates in our calendar, events that we need to be at, and we need to be at Expo. So I pick up the phone and I'm like, okay, I need to get my Expo tickets for the upcoming event. And I was told, no, Tammy, you guys actually earned your tickets. Yeah. I did? What did we do? Okay. I said, okay, well, I need to book my hotel. No, that's already taken care of too. As a matter of fact, part of your airfare is taken care of, and you have Disney tickets, because at that time that was a promo, Disney tickets. Now they converted to meals, which I think is so much better. But it was so amazing for me to learn that we had already earned all of these different variations of prizes by driving our business, by building our business in the form of travel points that were applied towards a big event. That has never happened to us in our career, ever. So that was a great surprise to stumble upon for us. And that's why it's super important for you to be in the know. This is a huge part of our compensation plan. So for Mark and I, it took a little bit of time to really understand and grasp that concept. We have to do a lot of self-teaching, but it was definitely worthwhile, and it's something that we know is a huge driving factor in our business.
And, hopefully what Tammy and I can do today is to just teach you how to have a little bit of rhythm in your business. One of the things that really makes this business a lot funner and easier, in my opinion, is having a rhythm where it's a rhythmic way of waking up in the morning and always knowing what to do, always knowing what to drive, and how to keep your team very, very focused on the main thing. They always say keep the main thing the main thing. And so if you dissect Jeunesse's business models, one of the main things, one of the driving forces and rhythms in the Jeunesse business model is the travel point system. And what we love about the travel point system is it has no barriers. So Tammy and I, we're international builders. We travel all the time. We're in Japan. We're in Korea. We're overseas. We're around the globe with Jeunesse. And one thing that's the common denominator in Jeunesse is travel points. So it doesn't matter what language you speak. Doesn't matter what country you live in. Doesn't matter the style in which you build your Jeunesse business. The travel point system is the same for everybody. The only difference is where the trip is and maybe how the points are earned, but the dynamics of the system are the same everywhere, okay? So if you look at the rhythm, the travel point, and we call it the travel point system, okay? And we're going to kind of share with you what we teach our team and really what we're going to do tomorrow with our group to take our team out of this convention and build this travel point rhythm into the group from day one. When's the easiest time to start to earn the trip? Now, right? So one of the things Tim and I have noticed is if you wait a month, you've lost a month in a very short promotional contest. If you wait 2 months, you may not believe that you can win the trip. Okay, so as leaders, and every one of us here today is a leader. Okay, whether you're on stage or not, whether you're a diamond or not, I call a leader someone that showed up at this event because there's an equal amount of people that didn't show up at this event, right? So you're a leader. So of course, you need to lead yourself first before you lead others, but lead yourself first in this promotion, okay? And get into the rhythm. If you look at travel points, it's very simple. You go from expo to trip, expo to trip, expo to trip. That is the rhythm. That is the Jeunesse cycle in your business. So why not master that cycle, okay? And so what we want to talk about is creating momentum, okay? And creating momentum in network marketing is pretty easy if you know the rules of creating momentum in network marketing. One of the rules, you're going to want to write this down in your notes, is this. One of the secrets of network marketing is finding one or two things that the masses can do. That's definitely one of the secrets. Not who can do it the best and who has the best presentation and who looks the best on stage and who can be the most technical. It's actually the opposite. It's how can you make it super simple, and what are one or two things that you can drive in your business on a daily basis that the masses can do, right? Network marketing is about the masses. It's about getting a lot of people to do a little bit over time that gets a grand result. And so what are those two things that you can drive in your business?
Has anyone heard of that acronym KISS? K-I-S-S, Keep It Simple, Stupid. So that's something that Mark and I have done all of our entire careers. We want
Are you calling me stupid?
No.
Okay, I'm just checking, because she looked at me. Did you guys know that? You notice that? She looked at me when she said that.
I'm trying to keep it clean and nice here. So, so for Mark and I, we always break things down to where an 8-year-old could have success in this business, all the way up to an 80-year-old. We want everyone to be able to do these simple, basic tips, or these steps, I should say. And so one of them is to earn travel points. So how many of you believe that you can earn travel points? Do you believe that you can earn travel points? Absolutely. Every single person should have raised their hand, because every single person is capable of earning these travel tips. That's the first step. The second one is to plug into all the events. The one great thing about Jeunesse is the fact that they have so many different events for us to just pour our team into, pour ourselves into, to get that excitement, the motivation that we need to build, right? They're all over the place too. So you can pretty much take an arrow and throw it at a map, and I'm sure Jeunesse is there. Yeah. But the point is being able to build that momentum from event to event. We build our business from event to event, so you can create that massive momentum coming into an event. Let me ask you this. How many people are sitting here in this seat saying, oh my gosh, I wish I had a team here. I wish I had the rest of my team here, the people that had an excuse that couldn't come here for whatever reason that was. If they were only here, they could have tasted the product. They could have felt the energy. They could have seen the room, felt the excitement. How many of you have people like that in your mind that you're like, I wish they were here?
Yep.
You guys, that's why we need to really push the importance of why people need to be at the main event. It's hard to encapsulate all of this energy and this excitement and take it home and regurgitate that to somebody, right? So it's up to us as the leaders to go ahead and make sure that we show our team the importance of getting to these different events. The next one is November. I know in California they're going to do University, right?
Right?
Who's planning on going to that? I know we will be. Yes. Definitely make that Mark and I, we highlight a date in our calendar. We say, okay, this is where we drive the team. This is our next focus. So that's the second thing. And Mark?
Yeah,
okay.
So the reality of it is this. There's no diamond, and I'm going to give you some of the diamond secrets, okay? There's no diamond in this room right now that can just go for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years on pure adrenaline and build this business. It may look like that, but that's not really what makes a diamond. What makes a diamond is a business builder that goes in about the average is 90-day spurts, because anybody can do 90 days and focus on a goal. But it's hard to do 6 months on a goal and a year on a goal and 5 years on a goal. Yeah, of course, we set 5-year goals, but you better have some stepping stones along the way, or I like to call them lily pads that you can jump from one to the next to keep you engaged in the game. And so Jeunesse, I'm serious. For some of you that have maybe never been in this industry before, I've been in this industry, Tammy and I, for 20 years now. You have no idea how good you have it with the travel point system and the event system, because you just simply use travel points to drive you through event to event to event. Okay, so we talked about Greece. That's our topic today, but it's no different than Expo. I mean, no offense to the Expo here today, but I'd rather go to Greece, right? But I'm going to go to every single Expo, and I can earn a point or travel points in the system to drive me from a university to a lead, to an Expo, to Greece, to a university, to lead, to Expo, to Rome, to a university, to lead, to an Expo, to wherever else. Okay, and so what it does is it makes it easier to build the business when you're driving in these 90-day spurts, okay? So if you really look at it, we have about 4 months of this promotion, so it's a little over 90 days, but it's palatable, it's digestible, it's 4 months. And anyone in here can focus for a solid 4 months and use the event system. The event system are like train tracks from where we are today and where we want to end up. Where we are today is we just got the promotion. We got the marching orders, right? And where we want to end up is at the end of the promotional period, we all want to qualify for the maximum amount of the trip. And so those train tracks are what? You leave here, you close the month. You close the month, you're building into maybe a Discover or a local regional or a team event. Then the next month is going to be the university in Southern California, right? And you'll close that month, and there'll be event packs available there. And then you'll come out of there in November. You want to drive hard into the holidays, so you're going to focus on Lead, which is going to be in January. And so Jeunesse not only has this amazing dynamic of a rhythmic system of expo event, expo trip, but they have the points that go with it, and then they back it with an incredible event system that allows you, just like it's the easiest thing in the world to do as a professional networker that has been around a while. Most companies don't have that. You're doing it all on your own. You're trying to motivate your group. They don't have trips that are open to the masses, no rank qualification. Anybody can qualify. It's just really an amazing way to do the business.
So let's talk about those activities that drive the travel points. These are all the high payoff activities, the activities that are actually going to generate a commission, right? Create cycles. And those are sponsoring, signing up customers, and your event packs. So I know that Mark and I, it took us a while, being entrepreneurs, or I guess getting started in this business, this type of business, we would think, oh, we're our own boss. This is amazing. Well, being your own boss, you can dictate kind of what you do, how you structure your day. And at the beginning, it would be like filing paperwork or not picking up that phone because it weighs about 100 pounds because you're too scared to pick up that phone and dial somebody and talk to someone about your business. Yeah. But those are the very activities that you need to do and you need to focus on in order to drive those travel points. I love the focus on travel points, not necessarily on, oh my gosh, I got to recruit 5 people, I got to recruit 10 people, I got to sign up 5 customers, I got to sign up 100 customers, because that's daunting. When you focus on travel points, you have options. You can make your choices as far as how you want to generate and accumulate those points. And those are all the A activity that we want you to focus on.
Yeah, so if you give me a comment, it's amazing if you really think about it. Any activity in Jeunesse that will grow your business has a travel point attached. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Any activity in Jeunesse that grows your business has a travel point attached. So one question you can ask yourself when you're doing your business is, does this have a travel point attached? Like cleaning your desk doesn't have a travel point, right? Rearranging your whiteboard of the people that someday you're going to bring into the business doesn't have a travel point, right? Talking to your buddies of someday we're going to do this and someday we're going to be diamonds and someday we're going to do... Look, you can do that in off hours, but in the main business building hours, it doesn't have travel points attached to it. It's the easiest thing to figure out if you just ask yourself this question. Am I serious about my Jeunesse business? Am I serious about my goals, my whys, and my wants? And I'm sure everybody is. Then every activity you're doing that you think is for your business, just ask yourself, does it have a travel point attached?
And with your event packs, you know, some of you might be new sitting in here thinking, oh my gosh, that's a lot of product. What am I going to do with that? You guys, you've got to sample. You've got to share it. You've got to get it out of your hands. If they're at home collecting dust, they're not doing you any good. Think of all of your products as employees. You got to get them out there, get them out working for you. And then also, fortunes of the follow-up. Obviously, we all know that. I can't tell you how many people that I've enrolled that were actually first prospected by someone else that has since been long gone. So make sure you are following up with the people that you're sharing your products with or the opportunity with, because that could be a lost sale in the future.
And so let's talk about the fact that you can't grow what you don't manage. So I think this is sometimes for people that don't have the kind of success they want. They expect this growth in their life. They expect this growth in their business. They expect to grow as a person, but they don't manage any of the things that are necessary to help them with that growth. So today we're talking about, getting to the trip in Greece and talking about travel points, but you have to inspect what you expect. So let me give you an example of what Tammy and I are going to do. It's going to start tomorrow morning, and it's going to be like 24/7 until we get to everyone in our group. We're going to either talk to as many people as we can in our group, or we're going to go to our leaders and use leverage, and they're going to talk to people, and that is, 1, we're going to inspect what we expect. We expect to have the Greece trip, to win the trip to Greece. We expect to have 5 people on our team come with us. We expect to have 10, 20, 30 people on your team. Whatever your goal is, we need to inspect what we expect. We can't just expect to show up at an expo at 25 people if we haven't done the management tools in between to get them here, right? And so inspect what you expect. That little graph that you see up there, I literally have been using this for 20 years. I just draw it out on a piece of paper. I get a big Crayola notepad, one of those ones your kids draw on, blank sheet of paper, and I literally write my personal enrollment legs all the way down the page, and I go across the top and I write the names, and then I go down each one of my legs, and I literally make phone calls, and I ask them, have you heard about Greece? Are you going to Greece? Okay, and I put their name down. Have you heard about Greece? Are you going to Greece? Have you heard about Greece? Are you going to Greece? Okay, I'm inspecting what I expect, and now I make a chart of everybody that tells me that they're in, okay? Look, use a carrot, not a stick. Okay, some of us, and I did this in the beginning, I beat my team, okay? Look, I was in the military, but I didn't literally beat my team, okay? But I beat them with words, like you need to do this, and you need to write volume, and you need to get the trip, and you need to get promoted. And you know what they did? They quit. Because who wants another boss? Who wants another job, right? So use a carrot, not a stick. What's the carrot? It's Greece. It's an expo. It's level X. It's any promotion the company puts out is the carrot. See, the company's willing to open their checkbook and fund what we're talking about. In a lot of companies, you have to do this yourself as a leader. You're putting most of your check back in to try to figure out how to motivate your group, okay? So it gets easy when you understand the dynamics. So inspect what you expect. Have a weekly tracking system. So personally, what we're going to do as an organization is every single week, every single leader in our group is going to have a tracking sheet like this, and they're literally going to track every single person in their group who said, I'm going to Greece, help me go to Greece. They're going to track their travel points. Don't just show up in Greece by yourself and go, oh, I wish my folks were able to make it. No, you'll already know if you're off track if you're tracking. You'll already know the people in your group that said, I want to go to Greece. You'll already know if they're off track because you're going to track them weekly. Okay, and you can pick whatever day. We're going to pick Sunday. Every Sunday night, the people that you're responsible for, you're tracking their points. The other thing with using a carrot and not a stick, when someone says, yes, I want to go to Greece, say, do I have your permission to work with you, motivate you, and push you when you need pushing to make sure that we can all go to Greece together? See, that's a permission slip, okay? Now it's not like you're being a boss. You're being a motivator, and you're taking them for the ride, okay?
Okay, so mastering the art of promotion, that's what we need to do. So we're going to run through these couple of bullets with you, just things that you need to keep in the forefront of your mind as you're working your business each and every day. First thing is be a product of the promotion. Ask yourself, are you in? Are you going to Greece? Yes? Are you going to Greece? Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Once you've sold yourself, now you can start calling and combing through your team to get everyone to go with you, right? You got to have it in your voice, that excitement, that urgency, that motivation, and that you're going to help them get there.
And take inventory. It's very similar that we just talked about, but take inventory. Ask questions. Are you going to Greece? The questions I like to ask are you going to Greece? Not do you want to go to Greece? Are you going to Greece, right? And the second question I ask is, where are you at now, rank-wise, and where do you want to be by Greece? You should ask that question of what rank are you now and where do you want to be by from every event. So the second the event is over, you're circling up with your group early in the morning, late at night. Where are you at now? Oh, I'm Pearl. Where do you want to be? I want to be a Sapphire 25. So, and you map that down. I literally write that on my chart. I literally write, Cameron, Sapphire 25, right? Oh, wow, I used a front row name, right? Cameron, Sapphire 25, wants to be an elite, say by Greece, okay? So I let them speak it out loud.
Talk about it every day, everywhere, with everybody. All the time. What are you talking? What's that language that you're talking? And when things are out of sight, they're out of mind. They get forgotten and dropped. It's so easy to be distracted in this business because there are so many great things going on. There's so many great events happening, right? But you've got to make sure that you yourself are focused so that your team is focused as well.
And use the art of inclusion and exclusion. What does that mean? It simply means that those that are doing the right behavior in your organization, you're including them in some special things. In other words, you're pointing the spotlight at those that are moving in the right direction. It doesn't mean that you're shunning the people that are not doing it right. You're using the art of inclusion and exclusion, but you're not actually excluding people. They're excluding themselves. And so this is, I'll give you some examples. Maybe you have a special certificate that you make for someone that reaches a certain benchmark on the way of getting enough travel points. Maybe it's a special breakfast. Everybody that gets their first 50 travel points that says they're going to Greece, you have a special breakfast with them. You're including them in something extra, and the people that are excluded notice that. And they go, wait a minute, I want to be on the in crowd. I want their certificate. I want to go to the special breakfast.
The last thing is to use visual aids. It's so important to always have that vision in front of you, right? This guy is the master of visual aids. All I need, the way that I know what my husband's working for is I just have to open up his laptop because it's his screensaver. Sometimes I open up that screensaver and I'm like, oh no, please, not another car. Or no, please, not a boat. Now it's going to be a Greece photo, right?
Yes,
but
ma'am.
Always keep it in front of you at all hours of every day. I like my vision to be on my cell phone because I check my cell phone probably about 100 times a day, probably just about as much as everyone else in this room. But keep that vision in front of you and also train and coach your team to do the same.
You know, and here's the thing. You know, we're ending right now, so I just want to ask everybody in here, like, for real, how many are serious, really serious, knowing that you can start tomorrow fresh, right? And we have plenty of time to win this trip together. How many of you are serious about going to Greece? Let me hear you. How many are serious? Okay? That is so weak. That is the weakest seriousness I've ever heard. Okay? How many of you are ready to go to Greece? That's better. Much better. Okay? So that's commitment. Are you going to commit right now to you, your spouse, your family, and your kids that you're going to be in Greece? You see, it's easy to commit right now with thousands of people in the environment we're in, right? But the definition of commitment is you sticking to that commitment long after the environment in which you set it in is done. See, 3 days from now, 3 weeks from now, 3 months from now, it's not as easy to be committed because you don't have thousands of people around you yelling about the trip. So you need these tactics of visual aids and tracking systems and the event system and being on all the calls to keep you motivated and to keep those visual aids in front of you so you know where to go, what to do, and how to get there. And so we appreciate you guys tuning in here today. Let's really drive a travel rhythm here in North America. Let's have the biggest trip that this company has ever had. Let's break all the records of how many people have qualified for the trip. With that, you guys have a great day. Thank you very much.
Good night.